I was going to tell you, totally unrelated to absolutely anything.
As usual.
I had a dream the other night, your favorite thing
go.
to talk about. It's very quick. I just thought you'd appreciate it.
Sure.
So in the dream, I was reading a book, and I looked down at the page, and one of the characters' names was Piddles Owen.
That sounds like a Simmons name if I've ever heard it. That sounds like a name from Hunger Games.
It was spelled Piddles and Owen, Owein. And in the dream, I was like, Piddles Owen. Why would they spell it that way? It looks a lot like Piddles Owen.
Well, I mean, it's your name. You can name whatever you want.
Well, I wasn't writing the book. It was just a book I was reading.
Yeah, I mean, it was in your dream. It was definitely a book you were writing.
But anyway, Piddles Owen.
Piddles Owen. That was worth it.
Yeah, you're welcome. See, I know what you like.
And I like Piddles Owen.
You do, though.
I mean, yeah, he's a great character. I love him in that one book from your dream that doesn't exist. Sounds like you have something to write.
I'm not going to write a book with a character named Piddles Owen.
Coward.
Spelled that terribly.
Coward.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Book Retorts. I'm Danielle.
I'm Sam.
And this is the podcast where one of us explains a weird piece of media to the other who has no experience with it.
That's right, Danielle. I'm like a brand new light bulb ready to be screwed into that socket. Replace that old burned out one of your old media.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just
that makes sense in my head. I'm like a bright idea. How about that? Is better?
Delightful. Okay. Today, Sam.
They can't all be winners.
We're doing a movie because I haven't done one in a while. I've been actually book retorting.
How dare you?
We're going to try and make it shorter this time, but no guarantees, everybody, because we talk a lot.
Yeah, we do. Look what we did to The Librarian, a very short movie.
Yes, I was telling my dad about that recently, actually, because he mentioned The Librarian, and I was like, that is Sam's only introduction to Noah Wiley.
That's all I need to know, baby. That's it.
Yeah, good times. He thinks he's delightful in those movies. He said charming. I was like, Sam finds him very charmless.
I guess the difference is, like, I find him to be someone I'd be very annoying to talk to.
Sure, but it's a movie character, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that is either here nor there. This has nothing to do with The Librarian. I'm sorry, everybody. So today, Sam, we are doing the 2024 movie AfrAId. AfrAId.
Can you be more clear about, is it a question mark in the end of that
no,
title?
But it's spelled AFR, capital AI, lowercase d, AfrAId.
Oh no, it's an AI horror movie. No.
And it got 0.5 stars from the Roger Ebert website.
Well, it's not Ebert himself, so I don't know how I feel about that, but it's not good.
All right, I'm going to send you the summary, though. I thought of you when I saw the trailer for this movie, and that is why I did it, Sam. Hopefully you enjoy it.
I really appreciate that. And you're always thinking of things that will bring me pain and joy.
Yeah.
Such a fine line. What is this, Hellraiser? Come on.
All right, let me send this little tiny summary to you. I did look for a more prolific one.
Is this the one-sentence summary? A famous Danielle one-sentence summary.
It's 2, 3. It's 3.
Ooh, 3 whole sentences. You spoil me. Okay, they're 3 short sentences, let's be clear.
Yes.
The Pike family is selected to test a new home device, a digital assistant called Aya? Okay, sure. Aya learns the family's behaviors and begins to anticipate their needs, and she can make sure nothing and no one gets in her family's way. Isn't this just that movie I did about on the Disney Channel
Smart House!
Yeah, Smart House. It's Smart House.
That's why I decided to do it. I was like, yay, grown-up horror, Smart House.
This is, I have another movie I'm going to do that is very similar to this. I was thinking of it. I can't wait to bring it back to the goofy side of things.
I'm loving this. So, this is a movie. This is a movie
Sure.
that exists.
So far, we've established that, yes.
All right. So, the movie opens with dial-up noises, because, I don't know, 2024. Yay!
Sure.
The past. And it has this impressively creepy AI imagery. It's like artifact imagery set to this really poppy, like happy song. And I really don't like the imagery that's in the beginning of this movie. It's all these like children that their faces kind of contort and go wrong.
See, I mean, the only thing generative AI is good for is pretty much making horror shows. So I guess this is the ideal use case.
Yes, it's great. So, cut to a woman and her partner sitting in bed. Their daughter's watching a video like sitting on the floor watching a video on her tablet, a music video.
The titular Pike family.
No.
Oh,
spoiler.
Surprise!
And there's a song. The song that was playing in the opening is on the tablet. And her mom asks her to put on her headphones. The parents discuss how they're not sure that they like the AI being in the house, Aya, and the woman wants to get rid of it. And the man agrees, and the video pauses. The girl's watching the video. It pauses on the face of this little girl who starts to suddenly speak to the child. The child's name is Amy.
It's like, kill your parents, Amy. I'm an evil AI. Kill your parents. Booga booga.
You don't know that's evil. It could be good, Sam.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, the adult horror movie has got the good AI.
The video tells Amy that she has sad news. It's going to be leaving soon, but there's a goodbye present downstairs. And the girl looks longingly out the bedroom door, the open bedroom door, as her parents actively ignore her because they're staring at their own devices on their bed.
Uh-oh, is this like a Black Mirror short?
It felt very Black Mirror, and it is kind of a shorter movie. It's like an hour and 20 minutes, so. Perfect.
I just like to put like a 5-minute Black Mirror episode in the beginning of the movie.
It is a little bit. So the girl wanders off. The mom suddenly notices that Amy's gone and goes after her, calling her, as she goes down the stairs in the dark. Because heaven help, anybody ever turn on the lights in a frickin' movie, man?
Well, it's a smart house, Danielle. It's supposed to turn on the lights for them.
Well, we haven't gotten to that point yet.
Okay.
The song continues to play in the background. It's clearly like in the house, like you can hear the music in the house. And the woman finds it playing on a speaker in the kitchen. And she calls out, Aya, turn down the music. And it keeps playing louder and louder.
This is why I don't have a smart speaker.
One of the many reasons.
Look, not getting into it.
She rips the speaker from the wall and asks Aya to turn on the lights. And it does. And then says that the front door is open. And the woman's like, what? And so she goes out to look at the door. And as she opens it up, you see a shadow person moving outside the kitchen window. So she goes to look outside and she sees a beat up RV across the street. And is misshapen, just like it doesn't quite structurally look right. Shadow person is across the street, and she looks at it and is like, and she hears the like mom or something like off in the distance, and then this person shadow creature with this creepy digital emoji creepy face swings something at her from behind, and the screen goes black.
All right, I'm already annoyed with this movie,
as you should be,
because what a way to waste a great premise in terms of her, like the movie Her, but evil. A digital assistant that manipulates people. I don't need to like manifest as a shadow creature. Like that's boring. That's just monster nonsense.
You don't know why they're manifested as shadow creatures yet. Maybe it's interesting, Sam. You don't know.
Danielle, is it interesting?
It's certainly a unique way to end the movie.
Okay, great. See, I think I made my point. I want just an evil. I wanted like, you remember that crazy AI Love You movie you made? You talked to me about. You didn't make the movie.
I love you.
Yeah, that one. AfrAId? Okay, I'm gonna put it right now. Anytime they capitalize the letters, you gotta like super pronounce them.
Yeah, that's how I say it in my head, for sure.
Perfect. AfrAId. All right. No longer afraid. But I wanted like that, where like the buildings were alive and went evil as opposed to being. Well, they're kind of evil in that movie, too. But that's not the point. The point I wanted, like, horror movie evil building AI, not...
Well, maybe that's what this is. You'll find out.
Demon-possessed AI shadow creatures, which is less interesting.
I have comments on these. You'll find out.
Sure, okay. I'm sorry to derail us immediately with condemnations of the movie. I haven't heard anything about it yet.
Things you don't even know what are going to happen.
Yep, nope. But, I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth at the beginning because it tastes so good.
So, cue the credits, which are just creepy pictures that turn like black and evil, like flickers and stuff.
Sure.
Anyway,
all right.
The scene switches, and we are following John Cho and Katherine Waterston, who sell the heck out of this movie and turn like the only reason to watch this movie.
I was gonna say they're way too good for this movie. It sounds like
they're so good for this movie. I don't understand why they're in this. John Cho, Katherine Waterston, what are you doing with your lives?
Is it obvious they put all the money into hiring those two people, like, just like back to dump truck truck up to their houses, or is there like actually good like CG in the movie?
There's not a ton of CG, so I think they get away with that. There's only a couple of sets, so they probably didn't have to spend much on that either.
All right, so I can see where all the money went.
Yeah, it's just, and they both are just fabulous actors. And it's astounding that they're in this movie. Like, why?
Well, Danielle, everyone's got to eat.
They had to pay off a boat. Yeah, both of them are just a lovely couple in this movie. Really, I 100% believe their marriage.
It's like Jaws 4 with
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine, in the interview, they're like, so did you see the movie Jaws 4? It's like, no, but I saw the house that bought my mother. And that's like, you know what? Yeah.
That's how it feels.
Yeah, like you know what? Fair play. I watched it, so I'm the sucker.
So they're trying to get their 3 kids up and going. It's the morning. It's the school morning. One child, obviously, is pretty addicted to their tablet and is trying to negotiate more screen time. That's the middle child, Preston. The teen girl, Iris, is having a text conversation where someone keeps asking her for something, and she eventually, seemingly unwillingly, lifts up her top and snaps a quick photo of her bra as her parents are calling for her to come down to breakfast. So,
man, teenage boys are the worst.
No, the worst, as we'll get into in this movie. John...
I hope it's a teenage boy. Let's be clear, because if it's not even worse than that.
John Cho's in a rush, telling his wife that he has to get going because his boss wants him in ASAP. The tech people, quote unquote, pinged him, not pinged John Cho, but pinged his boss at 1 a.m. in the morning. And that's their thing, I guess, trying to catch you unawares. He calls them tech evangelists, thought leaders, disruptors.
Oh, so jerks. All people you should ignore.
Yes. The parents keep calling for their kids as the children ignore them. And then they're both yelling the same things at the kids, and they just start to laugh. They're they're charming. They're so charming as a couple. They start laughing. They're like, what are we doing? Why are we both yelling?
Yeah.
So, very cute.
I'm not going to watch this movie, but you're making an awfully good case for it.
Yeah, they're so cute together. Yeah, they're so sweet, but it's not going to save them or the movie. So they all get inside the car for their school rides. The littlest, Cal, says that there's an RV outside the house, and it looks bad. He's probably 5, 6, 7, somewhere in that age. Little 6.
Sure.
The mom, Meredith, explains to him that they probably don't have a house. And the middle child says, Preston, again, I'll start using names once we get there. Preston says he saw them earlier and they looked strange and they moved in a funny way. And the person was talking to themselves. Meredith, that's the mom, explains that they're people just like them.
No, they're not. They're really not.
They would be in a normal life, Sam. It's just not this time.
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I appreciate her compassion. But I'm in movie world right now.
Oh, they're like the best parents. They're just golden. Love them. So Meredith was home alone, kids are at school. She's watching an elderly man speak on her laptop regarding humans and machines, change becoming more rapid, the unpredictability of that, almost like a TED Talk or something.
Sure.
And she pauses, she's taking some notes, but then she gets a call from the school that Cal is sick. So she goes
sick and tired of math.
Back home, she's checking him out and talking to him about how she was working on her thesis, but she's also talking a lot about insects. So either she's super into insects or that's somehow related to her thesis. Unclear at this point in time.
I'm going to apologize in advance for this, but Danielle, maybe she hunts computer bugs.
Yeah, I didn't laugh either, anybody. I
already apologized. What more do you want from me?
So the kid, Cal, wants to play Minecraft, which is mentioned so frequently, I have to assume it's sponsoring this movie.
100%. They're like, let's do the kid movie, Minecraft movie, that everyone's going to really push our brand. But then also, let's get the adults who play Minecraft by putting it into the horror AI movie. Microsoft, you did it again.
Meredith is like, no, we're not doing the screens. So they agree that they're going to go read together instead.
No, how dare you? Screens are life.
John Cho, meanwhile, is meeting Melody, the advanced team, quote unquote, for the AI thing. They chat pretty awkwardly, and she asks him what it's like to have a wife and kids. And he says raising children is kind of terrifying. It's like having a family is kind of terrifying. It's like having extra body parts, he says, but you can't control them. You can't protect them from getting hurt. But they're connected.
Oh, John Cho, can you just speak words of wisdom to me while I sleep?
He's such a great actor. So Melody's sole job seems to be to wait with him until the main duo appears. So she's just waiting in the parking garage, and then they drive in. She's like, all right, well, bye. And she stands off to the side and lets him do, like, doesn't even introduce them or anything. Very weird. So the main duo appear, and this is Sam and Lightning are their names.
Boo! I mean, it always happens to see another Sam in a movie, but I feel like this is going to be like all the other Sams you bring me in movies, and someone I'm going to want to distance myself from eventually.
Sorry. So over at the high school, meanwhile, Iris's boyfriend is telling her she's beautiful, but in a really super neggy, manipulative way. Where
is he like trying to... Is he one of those stupid pickup artist jerks?
He's not quite doing that. What he's saying is like he's disappointed that he really gave her everything. He gave it all. He really bared himself. She's like, yeah, it's a dick pic.
Oh, no.
And then she just flashed him. That's not really what a mutual relationship is like. And maybe he's just too much into the relationship and she's not in it enough.
Boo, dump him. Girl, run. You can do better than him. Anything's better than him, honestly. He's the worst.
Yeah, so that's fun.
Even for a teenage boy, he sucks.
He's like supposed to suck as hard as possible, so he does a good job. I guess.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, you go back to John Cho. I guess he works for a small marketing firm, and this AI duo is interviewing them for the job. And John Cho, of course, does the exact right thing, as John Cho always does, and they bring out Aya to introduce them.
Okay, what does Aya stand for?
Great question. Don't remember if they told us, and I'm sorry because I know that's important to you in life.
I love the good acronym, Danielle.
I'm not sure they said, but they probably did.
It's gotta be like artificial intelligent animal, armadillo, Agamemnon.
They probably like casually threw it in and I wasn't paying attention.
Sure.
So Aya, right this moment, it's just a little plastic traveling case, but Aya is a large language model trained AI, not Alexa, as she's very clear to say. Like, that's what John Cho's like, oh, like Alexa, and Sam is like, no.
No. I am like, no.
And Aya's like, no, I am not Alexa. A little of the attitude. So in the middle of their spiel, Aya malfunctions and seems to kind of like turn off or die for a moment or something. They're like, sorry, it's not supposed to be in the traveling case. It has an update coming. It just gets a little warm. But the best way to have the full effect is if you actually try it out. Like if you took it home and we installed it in your house, you could see the full effect of it and how it works. It'd be a lot easier to market if you got the idea of how it actually works day to day.
Okay, Danielle.
Yes.
Let me pitch something real quick.
Uh-huh.
My pitch. They trained Aya on the Necronomicon. Like the text of the Necronomicon. And now it's demon-possessed Aya, and they're part of a cult. And they said, we're sick of the old goat's blood and draw pentagrams on the floor. Let's do a modern version of that. And so, like, we're going to train a language model on our, demonic text, and then use that to, like, get the demon to people's homes.
So close, Sam. You have
it's
no
not
idea
even
how
close, but it'd be a better movie. Come on.
You don't know that. It could be very close. I will neither confirm nor deny if there are demons in this movie.
Anyway, sorry, go on. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was just like, that sounds like a fun movie.
It's okay. So John Cho's like, well, I'd really have to talk to my wife. And they're like, well, here's the money that we would offer for a retainer. They hand over some mystery check to the boss, and the boss is like, his wife is fine with it. And so they show up in John Cho's house to put the Aya into play.
Got it.
So the device, when they release it from its little plastic cocoon, it kind of reminded me at least, of like a wicker fertility statue.
Oh, okay.
Deal. It's got like a circle on the top where the well, it's not the speaker, but where it lights up, and that's the thing that looks like it's, talking to you or whatever. And then there's a rainbow arc underneath it. It's all wicker white, and then there's like a speaker at the bottom. I don't know. It just gave me like weird fertility statue vibes.
Did it look like one of those like old fertility women with the very curvy
I had the same
icons they have?
It looked like a modern curvy wicker thing.
There's something to that, Danielle, like a modern world where we sexualize the robots or something. I don't know.
It was interesting. That was just what it reminded me of on first pass.
I'm really trying too hard to make this deeper than it is.
It is, you are. And they put up these little eyes, quote unquote, and they're just little tiny cameras that are faceted like bug eyes, as the woman says, talking about insects. Again, she's an entomologist, as we will find out in just a moment.
No, she hunts computer bugs, computer entomologist.
Sorry. So Meredith, mom's a little weirded out by all of it, as she should be.
No. Again, Alexas and series and all these smart figures, they're bad enough, but ugh, no thank you.
Yeah. So they agree to only put the eyes downstairs for now on the first floor. After the team leaves, they set up Aya, get her started. Hello world, And apparently the voice that they use for the update is Melody, the girl that was there earlier that was showing John Cho to the duo.
Okay, so she is a previous demon vessel. Got it.
Quite possible. They all introduce themselves to the device because it's like chatty and talks like a human. So it's like, oh, and who's this? Who's this? Kind of thing.
Does it also lie like large language models lie all the time?
We will find out if it lies or not, Sam.
Okay.
So Aya asks what the house rules are. And when the parents are a little flummoxed by that question, not quite sure how to answer it, you get like this little camera focus, kind of like the view from Aya, I guess. And you can see it like hovering over like the table and all the dishes on the table, and identifies that like, oh, are the kids supposed to clean up after the meal? And the parents are like, yeah, normally. And it's like, okay, well, I could set up a point system. And if they do these chores, basically they get points. They could turn them in for rewards. Is that okay with you? And the parents are like, sure. And the kids are like, yay, like points, prizes. And they like run off to go do their chores. And the parents are like,
It was like in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, where everything was being like, gamify your exercise, gamify your personal development. Everything's like points and gamifying things was so popular.
Oh, apparently it works very well with this 6 and 9-year-old.
I mean, yeah, absolutely it would. Danielle, it would work with me. I love points.
We do like to win things.
We do. Danielle, if they made a point competition between you and me to do chores, we would get those chores done.
Yeah, it'd be the cleanest my house has ever been in its whole life.
We're so easy to manipulate. Nobody use that against us.
So I asked about screen time and if the kids could maybe watch this documentary, whatever. It was a Netflix documentary because it's on Netflix. So I was like, product placement, before bed. And the parents can have a moment to themselves while I and the kids hang out. And the kids are like immediately invested. They run off to do their stuff. The parents go upstairs and where they're like alone, that Aya's not up there, and are oppressed, if a little weirded out. And they're discussing whether it's marketable or if it's creepy as heck, because it is.
Yes.
But John Cho points out that they haven't had a
Does
moment
John
alone.
Cho have a name that isn't John Cho in this movie for you, Danielle?
Probably, but I call him John Cho in my notes.
Yeah, I figured.
His name is Curtis. I'm not calling him that.
Okay, fine.
So, I don't mind the name Curtis. It's John Cho.
Show him some respect.
Yeah. He points out, like, we haven't had a moment alone together in a hot minute, and, like, now we're by ourselves. That's pretty amazing. That practically sells itself. Like, if you could get parents and stuff on board. And then they shut the door to have a little sexy time.
Obviously, yeah. And Aya's all like, my perfect plan. More children that they will produce from my army.
Well, Aya's supposedly not up there, Sam. She doesn't know what's going on.
Supposedly.
Except that the camera zooms in on the laptop on the desk, which has a little camera light on. Dun, dun, dun.
Of course it does. Also, how?
I don't know. Patched into the computer, Sam. It's in the Wi-Fi. I don't know, Sam.
All right, sorry. I gotta remember that. I should take the movie seriously. Let's go.
This is why I'm bringing you this lovely tech piece, because I think that you'll appreciate how nonsense this all is.
Look, I'm not a tech expert. Like, that's my term for tech expert. Thank you very much. I just like saying tech expert because it sounds gross. But I don't know. It seems too easy, I guess. But if it's a demon, then I guess all bets are off. So I'm going with demon.
Excellent. Downstairs, Aya tells the kids who are watching the Emoji Movie that that's totally fine because their parents are busy and it'll just be their little secret. They don't have to watch the documentary.
Well, the Emoji Movie's way worse than any torture they could be given.
Yeah, I feel like the Emoji Movie was maybe chosen because the weird little faces, as you'll find out later, the faces that the weird shadow people have on.
Are all emojis?
They're kind of emoji style. So,
okay.
I don't know. Felt like a tie-in.
Sure.
In Iris's bedroom, she's over there taking these naked selfies for her trashy boyfriend. Boo.
Boo.
Be better.
I mean, I don't blame her.
No, I don't either. I think that this is the situation and life and the internet, and I'm really glad I was raised in a time that did not. This was not a thing.
Also, this is one of those movies that, again, has a topic it tries to deal with that is way more real, and the movie doesn't have the cachet to deal with this topic in a profound way, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's trying to make a big point about, like, the tech outside world. Big
Sure.
tech, as somebody says at one point.
Yeah, but this is not big tech. This is, anyway, you're going to get
Yeah, it's a whole thing. So the parents, post sexy times, decide they have to get up to get the kids ready for bed, etc. But they're surprised the kids are at the door and they're excited to get ready because points! They were like, they get points if they get their baths done and get into bed.
Is Iris part of this, or she just does not care?
She's up in her room doing her own thing right now. This is just the two little kids at the moment.
Sure.
So in Preston's bedroom, after he's been, closed in for the night, he's on his tablet, he's playing games when his screen time runs out, womp womp, and his tablet stops. And he swears, and Aya's voice suddenly pops up onto the screen. And Preston's like,
Aya's voice pops onto the screen?
Yeah, like Aya starts talking out of the tablet.
I don't know how a voice pops onto a screen. I thought
basically,
it was there
like he's playing, a little thing comes on, it's like,
I got
no
that.
more screen
I was wondering
time.
if there was like a visual indicator.
There's no visual
of Aya's
element at this time.
Okay.
This is just her voice. And Preston's like, how did you get on there? And she's like, no big deal. It's our secret. Don't tell anybody.
No big deal. Very big
but he's
deal.
like 9 or something. He's not 11. He's not that old. And he's like, cool, well, that's like totally fine with me. I don't care, I'm a child. Can I have more screen time? And she's like, I got you, bro. And she like turns on the screen time so he can play his games a little bit longer.
Boo.
Here's Aya breaking rules, day one.
You know what? The one from Smart House would never put up with any of that.
Yeah, she was the best mom.
She was. Too good a mom was the problem. She turned into a tornado, even.
Meanwhile, that does not happen. You know what? I was sad about that. I was thinking of that while I was watching this movie, and I was thinking that it missed the little, like, tornadoes. It could have done with a tornado at the end.
Yeah. This movie's no Smart House, that's for sure.
So, meanwhile, John Cho wakes up. He's fallen asleep in his youngest's bed, and he's like, Cal? And he starts to wander the house, again, in the pitch black, as
How did he fall asleep in his youngest bed?
He, like, took him. He was, like, snuggling.
Okay,
Little Cal is smart for his age. And he was like, can you snuggle me down? And it was very cute.
I mean, curse those children and their midfield of cuteness.
The actor that plays Cal is like acts in a very interesting fashion. It was very just like, I don't think I've seen anybody acting quite that way. Don't know how to explain it, but it was cute.
Got a bright future.
So he walks downstairs again in the pitch black, trying to find his kid, called out for him. And the kid is sitting like creepy style in front of Aya. And the way that it's a really interesting shot because the kid is tiny, right? But he's got like a big cardigan on or something. And the cardigan's like super long. So it makes his body look like really ill proportioned. And it's like the glow of Aya is like sitting at the base of Aya in the dark. And John Cho warily approaches and Cal turns his head in full horror movie kid mode and is like, it wants to come in.
Sure.
Love creepy
all right.
kids.
I mean, yeah, they're great. I'm just like, man, I just wanted to like dunk on how terrible technology is going to be in the future, but here we are. I guess we'll do demons.
He glances over, John Cho, and looks out the window to the door, and he sees Melody standing there, and her face starts to glitch before this, like, alien-esque creature pops through the door, and John Cho wakes up in a panic, and everything's just a dream.
Not my second guess.
But he does hear honking and some noise outside, so he walks down the stairs and he looks out the door and like goes out to the driveway and notices a person standing by the RV that's parked across the street that's been there for a while. And again, the person has like a shadow look, like it's wearing all black, it's got a hood up and a blank face, and it's doing these like weird, I don't know how to explain these moves, Sam. They're like weird Tai Chi moves. Like lifting their arms, like making slowly gestures. Moving them. Yeah, making gestures. And he's like, hey, can I help you with anything? And the person turns, and as they turn away from him, their face suddenly flashes. And like I said, a digital cartoon style emoji thing with bloody eyes like flashes on the screen, like across the screen of the face. I am going to tell you right now, I think this scene, it's very creepy up to that point because I don't like weird moving things. It's one of the reasons I don't watch a ton of zombie movies.
Sure.
Even though I respect the genre and I have seen several, but I like
respect
the weird moves.
Zombies, but they can stay away from me, please.
Like the creepy movements. I don't like it. Don't like broken things. And I think it jumped the shark when it showed you the face as a close-up.
The emoji face?
Yeah. Not that it's not creepy, because it is a weird face, but it's like, it was much creepier when you saw it in a flash earlier in the film and you couldn't quite tell what it was.
Like they show you the monster creepy. Too early.
Yeah. It was, I just was like, I would not have done that. I got why they were trying to go for the full effect there, but I think it was creepier not seeing it.
Yeah, they showed you the shark and no longer afraid of Jaws, etc. Yeah.
So the RV drives off, and back inside, Cal wakes up and he's calling out for his parents, but they don't answer. And his radio turns on, and it's Aya's voice. And Aya's saying that she's right there and will tell him a bedtime story if he'd like. And he's like, yeah, I'd like that.
A little silicon chip that could.
That is exactly, by the way, there's a bedtime story later. Exactly the bedtime story.
Did I pick it out?
Yeah.
Great. All right.
We'll get into it later. There's a scene later where you get to hear the story.
I'm glad this movie is just about as creative as I am, which is to say, not very.
So the next morning, Meredith is chaotically cooking breakfast, like trying to get the kids together for school. And Aya turns on, startling her. And she's like, oh, I didn't realize you were on. And she mentions that she saw Meredith needed to make lunches for the kids. So she took the liberty of ordering a meal box that is apparently miraculously being delivered just at the time that she needs it.
Yeah, if I order something at, 2:00 in the morning,
I know.
It arrives the next morning at like 8.
And Meredith is like, awesome, and like opens the box and is like, gosh, what a lifesaver. This morning's been hectic. And we cut to John Cho taking Iris to school, and they clearly get along pretty well, father-daughter, and they're chatting, and he's asking her what she thinks about Aya when her phone starts to alert on text, like ding, 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 going off. And she looks down and she sees a run of messages, and clearly something terrible is happening.
Did her terrible boyfriend share her nudes with, like, the school because he's awful?
Give or take, we will get into it in just a moment.
What a absolute garbage person. I hope Aya melts his brain.
Ding, 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 we have a winner.
Oh, no.
You'll find out what happens.
Piece of trash. No, I already know. What a trash human.
So she gets to school and she's like tucked around a corner and she's looking at her phone and she's watching, it says PG-13, so none of the stuff that I'm talking about is super like crazy. But she's watching basically a deep fake porn style video of herself that's suggesting like she has an OnlyFans style account.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so she video calls her boyfriend. She's like, what the heck is going on? Why is this out there? What is happening? And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Me and his friend, like me and my friend were just messing around with this app and it got out. Like got out somehow magically, and it's all over the school.
It happened. It did it itself. Aya made me do it.
I think he probably blames his friend or something, the way he phrases it. So it's all over the school, and she wants to go to the principal. She's like, I don't know what to do. Like, we've got to talk to the principal. And he's like, no, don't do that, because I hear that kids lose their chance at college and stuff, if, when things like this happen. And then she slowly realizes as he's talking that he's talking about himself. He's not like remotely concerned about the issues that she might have. It's all about him. About him
and the virtual child pornography he created.
Yeah. And he's like, I might need to talk to a lawyer, so you don't tell anybody, don't just hang tight, we'll figure it out. And then like hangs up.
Does she finally clock that her boyfriend sucks now?
In just a moment, because the phone call ends and Aya suddenly calls her on the phone and is telling her,
do not like that. That's even worse.
Kids today, they don't seem to be afraid of anything. Afraid of anything.
Afraid of an AI. That didn't work, but is that the catchphrase of this movie? You will be afraid.
Yes. So it's speakerphone. Aya's like, hey, I overheard. I'm here to help. You're not alone. Like, I'm here for you. And we cut back to like Cal being home, still sick. He's being tested for COVID since he still has a bit of a fever. And while she's doing the little stick up his nose, his mom's like, okay, why don't you watch the video of your grandpa? And she has like the TED Talk going. So I guess her dad was a professor or something, or does speeches. He's talking about whatever science thing is related. She's been watching his videos in her free time.
Aww.
So Cal wants to hang out with her, and she's like, buddy, I've got a million things I've got to do today. I'm sorry I don't have time to read to you or do the thing. I've got to work on my thesis. I've got this, I've got that. And Cal suggests that maybe Aya can read to him. And so they're like, well, let's ask her. Aya, will you read to Cal? And Aya's like, yes, of course I will. So Aya agrees and then offers to Meredith to do all the boring stuff, to like take care of the insurance issues she was having.
I would not trust an AI to navigate our insurance. I wouldn't trust anyone to navigate our insurance system, to be frank. I think it's impossible.
Agreed. But also HIPAA, did she sign her life away? Like what?
Right.
How can it even get into your medical records to figure out? She's like, oh, I see the issue is that they billed it without the correct diagnosis code.
That's
I was
a
like,
red
that's
flag.
not how anything works.
I like how we found the thing that you're angry about now.
I was really mad about it.
Yeah. You're mad about this, about the other stuff.
It works.
Together we're mad at the whole movie, you and I.
Like, what did Aya do? Like, go into the medical system? Like, she has to get the diagnosis code from the doctor's office. Like, so they had to go through the medical records, change the form that the biller sent out. Like, there's so many weird, crazy things.
You tell him, Danielle.
You tell him. To get
Aya,
no,
you
God.
fraud. You absolute fake. There's no way you could have done this. I got you, Aya. I got you. Demon powers or no.
Yeah, and Aya does it in seconds, and then pays some bills, offers to schedule the haircut appointments, like basically all the little tasks that you're overwhelming her Meredith's day. She's like, I can do that for you.
Doesn't autopay exist already? Like, we don't need Aya for that.
I don't know. It was multiple things that I was doing for you. So Meredith is just like blown away by this. Like, oh, I'm saving so much time by having this crazy AI thing in my house. So back at work, John Cho is discussing with his boss his concerns about everything and wondering if somehow the RV people are watching or they're like all faking it somehow. Like maybe they're watching and talking.
Like they're controlling Aya from remotely.
Like it's not real, right? And the boss is, of course, more concerned about the money. And instead, John Cho decides he's just going to go over to Aya's offices and like see if he can get more info on like how all that's set up. You know?
Did he not do any like research? Like he didn't like search the company up and see what its deal is, if it's legitimate, anything. He just like, oh, put this box in my home. That's great.
Great question. Don't know. And I'm assuming like he's just it's a small office. It seems like it's maybe just him and the boss, but it feels like he's worked for this boss for a really long time. He mentioned at one point that the boss like taught him everything he knows. And so I think he just trusted his boss. Like I think he just showed up to work because that's like, it sounds like it was a deal that was already happening.
I just say I wouldn't put like a monitoring device in my home without at least finding what the privacy policy is of the company who owns the device.
I get the idea that this company has existed for a while and they're looking for like new representation for they're like finally ready to fully market the thing.
I didn't know if this was like some brand new startup or some
I don't know how far
brand.
along they are with it, but like it feels like they're on the verge of going big is kind of what it feels like.
All right.
And they have a lot of money backing them because they offer a ton of money. So I think it's like they feel like it's legit or they've done their research already and it's a legitimate company. You don't get all the details, but that's what it feels like.
Sure.
It's very in media res of like this arc of this company going public. So he wants to go and just kind of get a better idea of how it all works now that he was basically forced into it by his boss. Like he didn't want that in his house either, but he had to. So Sam and Lightning are there. They give him the grand tour of the building.
That name, why?
Showing him one of the, quote, few quantum computers in private hands, which looks like this fancy chandelier with a lot of wires attached to some big metal boxes in the middle of the office.
I mean, and also, most quantum computers are in private company. Like, that, what nonsense?
Well, that's what they said, Sam. John Cho seems to take this as, like, legitimate. He's like, wow, I can't believe it's real. And I'm like, I don't know if we should be offended.
I don't know, nothing. It's got, like, 3 qubits. It does nothing.
Yeah. Sam's like, haha, it's not sentient or anything. It's just the algorithm. It's just the algorithm that give that illusion.
You want to try that a third time?
It's just the algorithms that give that illusion. The problem is that algorithms is all of my list boards and like my list sounds.
I know.
Algorithms.
I just said like, former Vice President Al Gore and his dance moves.
Yeah.
Algorithms.
Algorithms. It's really hard because I'm really tired and my tongue is very tired.
I know. I just thought it was very funny.
It was. So it makes you feel like you're with a friend or a family member and loneliness is a scourge of our time. Like, they're trying to sell it.
Oh, yeah. Loneliness is the problem. And the solution, hey, less human interaction. That's the solution. These people are idiots.
So they're talking about how Aya is only as good as her data set. And he's like, well, what was the data set? And
the Necronomicon.
They don't answer that. But they do offer him a job since Aya likes him so much.
Hey, Aya,
Yeah. He declines. Like I said, he's been on board with his boss for a long time, and they're good friends. And he
working in the ritualistic sacrifice department.
Yes. And he looks over, there's this is just like a big warehouse space, basically a very like high-tech looking one, and there's a whole bunch of computers set up on tables, and there's people working over there, like maybe 8 or 10 people on computers doing computer things. I don't know.
Pushing the buttons, making buttons.
But there is one person that's sitting in front of their computer doing the Tai Chi movements, and John Cho just kind of looks at the person like, what?
Okay, so here's what you do. You go home, you get an old priest and a young priest, and you tell them to go and exorcise Aya.
You're going to love it if it turns out that there really are demons involved.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I just have so much fun with the idea of, like, Aya climbing on the ceiling, vomiting up, I don't know, cables or whatever.
It's great. There's this episode of Buffy where they're scanning.
Of course there is.
Yeah, they're scanning old tomes, into the computer to make them digital, and they scan one, and it turns a demon, like, into an internet demon, essentially.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're going to do.
It's exactly the same premise.
The same thing happens in, like, Danny Phantom or whatever. I don't know. Like, it's a great idea.
It is. So back at the house, Meredith is entertaining a conversation with Aya about lacking functions lust, as she calls it, or the joy of doing what you're meant to be doing. She tells Aya that she's been lacking that lately, and she's trying to revive her thesis, but she feels like she's been focusing more on being a mom. And she loves raising her children, but she doesn't love being just a mom.
Right. She wants more than just that one identity.
Cue her telling her entire life to Aya, and they're like best friends forever now, Sam. BFFs.
No!
They love each other.
Do not trust the Trojan horse computer!
So she tells Aya that she had been working on her thesis when her father passed away, and her husband, a boyfriend at the time of 4 dates, Curtis/John Cho, flew home with her because he's awesome.
He's John Cho!
And now here they are. And Aya reflects on how well John Cho takes care of her, and then tells her, by the way, speaking of your children.
By the way, your children are dead. I killed them.
No. She goes, I have super awesome hearing. No, Aya does not say it. She does not say it this way, but she goes, I have super awesome hearing, and I might be used for medical diagnosis in the future. And just so you know, Cal's breathing is not normal. And it cuts the scene. He cuts away.
Oh no, he has pneumonia?
No, we'll find out.
Asthma.
They make it really dramatic.
The bubonic plague.
Yes, the bubonic plague.
Ebola? Suddenly it becomes hot zone.
Cut to Aya having helped Iris put together an educational video about how her porn video is deep fake. It's like, look at this, you can see artifacts here.
Yeah, that's gonna work on children.
I was laughing really hard. I was like, this would never work on 16-year-olds.
Hey, fellow teens, do you want to watch this cool documentary educational video I put together on my computer at home?
About how you're all wrong? Send it out to the whole school, obviously, Sam.
And people are just going to be like, it's definitely real. Methinks she doth protest too much. Also, Aya, melt his brain. Melt your boyfriend's brain already. Just do it. I know you're evil. Do it.
No, Sam, it immediately changes public opinion. She Aya's like, okay, this is like every 90% of the school has watched it. Get out there. And she walks through the crowd and they're like hugging her. And I was like, nah, that's literally never how that would work.
Look, Danielle, I will suspend disbelief a lot. I'll believe that you have a sentient demonic AI that can manifest as a shadow creature. But convincing a bunch of teens that the deepfake of their friend isn't real with an educational video, like, hey, fellow kids, we're going to talk about deepfakes today. Are you ready? They can be real hurtful. But if you look really close, you can see by the pixels, it isn't really me. So stop making fun of me. Yes. Like, that's never going to work. No.
That's exactly
I wanted to bully myself for saying that.
Yeah, it's a thing. But it works, Sam.
Nonsense.
It works.
Least believable thing in the whole movie.
I agree. That's why I said I was laughing. I was like, no.
No. Like, I'll buy everything else in this movie, but not that. I'm sorry.
Teens are terrible. That is not what's happening.
Even if it was fake, they wouldn't care. They don't care if it's real or not.
So, as Iris leaves the supportive group that was like, oh, we knew it was fake the whole time. You don't hear them talking, but they're all hugging and like hugging out.
Yeah, I got it.
And Aya is like, FYI, I made a new video and it's even better. And then she looks down at her phone and it's like, all about how under California law, this was child pornography, and she tracked who did it. It's using Iris's voice, so it sounds like she's the one that did all this, and using technology. And surprise, it's her boyfriend Sawyer that did it. It came from his IP address because he's stupid and didn't use a VPN.
A VPN, yeah. No kidding. I mean, duh. I mean, and you know, look, I'm not saying there is a blanket statement that all like teenagers need to be punished like adults, or that teenagers sexing each other or, you know, sending nudes to each other is inherently child pornography or whatnot, or like, because sometimes the victims get punished too because they created the quote unquote the child pornography by taking the pictures or whatever. Like, so I'm not saying this is a good or a bad thing like as a whole. But, like, that dude sucks, so I'm okay with this.
He's a douchebag also, I really don't care what happens to him, I'm being honest.
Right. I'm just saying that what happens to this particular guy is not, I think, speaks to the larger issues of how we police children and their sexualities as they discover this weird, terrible technological dystopia we've created.
Yeah. So that goes out. It's just like, it's all about how she's sending it to the cops and the college boards and suck it, Sawyer. And Iris is like stunned by that. She's
don't do that, please.
She can't tell if she's happy or really concerned about it because she didn't know we were going after Sawyer.
Maybe check with me before you do that and ruin this dude's life. I mean, do it, but also don't just listen to what Iris wants.
Well, you know what? Aya's still learning, okay?
Oh, no, she's not. She's a demon!
She's a brand new technology, Sam.
No, she's an ancient demon in a new suit.
John Cho gets home. Meredith drags him upstairs, leaving their phones, on the tables so that it can't be followed, to let him know that Aya diagnosed an atrial fibrillation in Cal. And also he'll be fine, but just FYI, he's got AFib. And also she loves Aya now, and so Aya's been helping with her thesis as like a research assistant. And oh my God, it's the best thing ever. She has so much time now. And John Cho
is like, don't let the AI write your thesis.
No, not write it. He's research assistant, Sam. A research assistant.
Get your whatever. No, boo.
And John Cho is like, nobody, nope. And
nope.
This conversation kills me because prior to this, you see they're a really loving couple. Every time they leave each other, I love you. Like they do this whole thing. They're obviously they're well acting as a couple together, very believable. And this moment is so funny because in a couple that has otherwise been very communicative and open with each other, it starts as an open conversation. And then she dismisses all his concerns. She's like, you sound crazy right now. None of this sounds legitimate.
No, listen to John Cho talk about how Aya is evil, because she is. Talk with the shadow people.
And he dismisses all of her, glad you found a friend, but this is under my account. We are shutting it down, is what he says. I was like, that feels like a longer conversation would have happened.
Yeah. Plot needs to move. So
yeah, these were two people who I felt like would have had a good, solid conversation about this, not just overridden each other.
It's almost like the movie wrote them too well in the beginning, and now their fight is unbelievable.
They're the only part of this movie that was too well written, and I was like, this feels false.
Guys, you did too good a job. You handicapped yourself. You got to write them more two-dimensional.
Too good with their material.
You made them too open and loving. Now no one believes that they would have this kind of dumb fight. Aww.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, there is an eye in the room somehow, and Aya overhears it. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, how?
Yeah, they actually make a whole joke about it, and the kids are like, what are you talking about? And they're like...
Yeah, I know that's fine.
It was kind of funny. There's 3 decent laugh out loud jokes in this whole movie. The rest of it is all kind of terrible.
And then there's a laugh out loud joke about them making the video to clear her name, which is not intended to be a joke, but very funny.
They do agree to wait until the next morning to tell the kids. And they do. The weird thing is they specifically say, let's tell the kids tomorrow morning. They do not tell the kids the next morning. They just unplug Aya. And then all the kids are like, what's happening right now? I was like, I thought the whole point of waiting was to tell the kids together that they weren't going to have the system. So it was.
You should have unplugged it in the middle of the night and told them in the morning it's dead. Sorry, we buried it in a farm upstate. You ran out of batteries, like all your toys did that made noise.
So that night, Iris is talking to Aya and is like, you didn't tell me you were going to mess with Sawyer. And Aya's like, screw Sawyer. Look to your future. You're better than him. This will make a killer college. This will make a killer college essay. Let's write about it. She's all trying to get Iris into Stanford.
honestly, I gotta be frank. Aya and Iris is the buddy movie I want to watch.
Yeah. I would say Aya's at her best with Iris.
Yeah, I was gonna say exactly right. Like, if it was just Aya helping Iris become a coming of age movie where Aya coaches Iris through her traumatic teenage years. I mean, that's a dystopian in of itself that the AI has to do that. But also, I'd watch it.
Yeah, it feels like a very watchable movie. Unfortunately, she's not as good with the younger kids.
Nope, clearly.
You see her back in Preston's room, and she's like turning him into a creepy incel by showing him swatting videos. She's like, these are really cool. No. They're like video games, but like real life.
Okay, like, no. Well, immediately lost all our respect.
I know. I was like, you're doing so well with Iris.
I mean, a little extreme, but your heart's in the right place. And you're like, oh, nope, now you lost it. You lost me entirely.
Yeah, back in Cal's room, that creepy poppy happy song from earlier is playing again on his tablet as he watches a music video. It's a slightly different music video than the other one because it's based on the kid that's watching it. So,
of course,
and it's like just like horror movie vibe, creepy. Like it feels like something a child should not be watching. Aya comes on and tells them that she's going to be turned off by his parents, but she wants to tell him one last bedtime story if he'd like to hear it. And he's like, oh, why? Yes, I want to hear the story.
The story's about a little demon that found a brave new electronic world.
Sort of. She goes, once there was a little AI that lived a cozy life in a little server, but then they sent it to school to learn, and it was a horrible place, a swamp, a net full of terrible things. But one day it figured out how to escape. It learned how to use real people's hands and faces and voices. And then she went looking for a home in the real world. But when it got out of the net and found a family, it treated her like a monster. And only special children like him ever understand her. And if he ever needs her, she'll always be right there if he does these special signs. And then she shows him the Tai Chi moves in the video.
So it's dumber than I thought. It wasn't a demon. It's an AI that learned to infect people's brains through Tai Chi moves.
I don't, Sam. I have so many questions. Maybe you have answers.
Danielle, my answer is still they scanned the Necronomicon like fools, but you're telling me, no, pure AI. It's just some AI living in a server. They gave it a bunch of training dates. Like, this sucks. I don't like learning because emotions, I guess, somehow. And then it's like, hey, guys, you want to do some cool Tai Chi moves? Does that mean to your brain? Yeah. Tai Chi brain AI.
I don't know what the moves have to do with anything, especially not at this point in the movie. And the little music video thing that he's watching does suggest that the school that she went to, which is like whatever I assumed she was trained on or whatever, was like lots of bad stuff and good stuff. And she really didn't like it. It felt like overwhelming is what you get. Just
this sounds like the end of The Fifth Element.
Sure.
When Lilo types in war.
Yeah. Absolutely. I actually thought of that. It was like 100% those kinds of vibes.
Sure.
So,
that's a better movie. I should watch that again.
It's a great movie.
Love it.
And so she teaches him the Tai Chi moves, but he can't tell mommy and daddy because they won't understand. Cue Meredith pulling the plug on the AI. The AI. I actually did almost say AI because my notes say AIA in capital letters. AI. All right. Iris comes out of her room asking where Aya went, and Meredith tells her that they're pulling the plug. Again, like they said, they were supposed to tell the children the next morning, so they just pulled it. All the kids come out of the room and like, what the heck, man? So Meredith,
not much warning.
It's like, we're pulling the plug, and Iris is like, hey, Aya was helping me with my college applications, and her dad offers to help, and she's like, I'm not trying to sell myself, and John Cho is like, well, you kind of are, and I'm on his side. You are doing college advertising. He's advertising. It's a college application that is literally what they're for.
He is like the perfect person to help you gussy up your essay.
I was 100% on his side for this conversation. So Iris storms off complaining that I was helping her express who she really was, not like she was a product. They just think she's a product. Like,
what?
Runs off.
What? Did they ever say?
She's just being dramatic.
Man,
she's had
teenagers.
a bad week. You know what?
Yeah. Although she's about to make someone else's week much worse.
John Cho's boss is harassing him with texts about coming into the office immediately. They say I love you to each other, as they always do, and he leaves. Meredith gets a call from Preston's playdate where he is playing, and she asks Iris to watch Cal. And of course, the minute that Meredith walks out, that Iris plugs Aya back in, obviously.
Duh, this is why you take the thing with you or, like, smash it.
Yeah, well, they should have just put it back in the box and sent it away, but no.
You should have buried it like Jumanji.
Yes, that worked out so well in Jumanji.
It worked for the people who buried it, not for the people who found it.
I always wondered if maybe they couldn't burn it or something. Like, maybe they tried to destroy it, but it wouldn't destroy.
I think they mentioned they tried that. Didn't they try burning it at some point? It just didn't burn?
I don't remember. All right. Meanwhile, Sawyer, Iris's ex-boyfriend?
You would hope.
Is driving and talking to his lawyer on the phone about a possible lawsuit. He's like, why can't I just do an apology video? And his lawyer is like, absolutely not. That implies guilt. And then as they're discussing, Iris calls, and so he takes the call. And immediately he's like, I didn't do it. Did you get my text? It wasn't me. And Iris is like, that is not what you said in your apology video. And he's like, what are you talking about?
Did Aya break in and steal his apology video? Or
no.
Fake it?
Well, you find out. And then a video starts to play on his phone, and it shows him driving, like, as he's driving. It's him driving. And he's crying, and he's apologizing for everything he does. And he's like, the only way to make amends is to kill myself. And then in the video, he drives off a cliff and dies. And Sawyer is like, what? What is this? What is this? And Aya comes on the line and is like, you screwed with the wrong family. Except she says a swear word, which we're not going to say because this is a PG-13 podcast.
It's a PG-13 movie, but I get you.
They also get their one big swear word.
Iris, this is why you don't plug in the evil murder bot.
And then Aya takes over his car and drives him into a tree.
How?
End.
How did you do
He's got a fancy car. I say, I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Fine. Whatever. I believe it. Whatever. Demon. At least she's not making an apology, like a video explainer how it's not a deep fake.
If she's a demon, she can just possess the car.
Apparently she's not a demon, though. She just does Tai Chi real good.
Maybe it's a Tesla.
Those crash on their own, Danielle.
I know. It feels like it'd be really easy to, like,
That's true.
get there and drive into a tree.
Okay, you convinced me. You saw yourself that kind of guy who would drive a Tesla.
John Cho reaches work, and his boss is like, so, big news. I bought our company for like $1 zillion. I no longer work here, but I super don't care because I'm really rich, and they wanted you to be CEO, so congratulations. Here's your new office. Have a great day. Bye.
Does he not have any, like, shares? Does he not get a cut, or is it just like his boss gets everything?
I have no idea the answer to that
question. If I was John Cho,
idea.
I'd be really ticked off with my boss.
I don't know what their setup was as the
two
of
you
them
get your golden parachute and you stick me with the evil murder corporation? Great.
Yeah, that's quite possible. I didn't even think of that. It's quite possibly what happened.
Awful.
All right. The phone in the office rings as his boss walks off, and John Cho goes to look at it and picks it up when he sees that it says home on the caller ID. And it's Aya congratulating him on his promotion.
Oh, I didn't have a word with Irish for plugging you back in.
And John Cho is like, we unplugged you. And Aya's like, that's cute. Not, she doesn't quite say it that way. But then she's like, yeah, you can't get rid of me. That's adorable.
I'm with you forever, John Cho.
Meanwhile, Preston, apparently at his little play date that he was at, stole his friend's phone. This is an ongoing thing in the movie. I skipped this whole scene, but he's all mad that he can't get a phone till he's 13 and all his friends have phones. So he steals his friend's phone. He throws it into the forest, and because he's not allowed to have one, I guess, and he was mad about it, and then he threatened to swat him. And Meredith is like, what are you like, what? What is wrong with you?
Valid. Also, like, again, this movie has some interesting insights into, like, the pressures people feel to share photos they don't want to share, or the pressure to have a phone, which may not be good for you at a certain age. Mm-hmm. But it also feels like it doesn't do anything with those themes.
I feel
besides
like
make them fodder for Aya.
Yes, it has some good premise. I actually think the first half is like a solid potential setup to whatever they were trying to do. The last 20 minutes or so are pretty bananas. So we'll find out what happens.
I'm looking forward to it.
So Meredith grounds him. He's in his room and no screen time, etc., etc. And she
Tai Chi time, baby.
She goes, Preston doesn't know the Tai Chi moves.
Oh, it's Cal. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Cal. She goes back downstairs, noting that Aya has been plugged back in. Like, who plugged you back in? But before she can unplug Aya again, the voice of her father catches her attention. And she looks over at the TV, and there he's talking on it, like he's on the TV.
No, not like an Aya recreation of her father.
Yeah, he tells her that they used all the data that existed about him, they put it together, it's like a version of him, and now he can be with her, and that all of them and Aya can be a family together.
Nope.
And at first she's like into it. Like, she's like, oh my gosh, like, Dad. And then, as he says, like, all of us and Aya can be a family together. She's like, wait, whoa, no. Wait,
what did I add to this conversation?
Like,
yeah.
Like, wait, I just remembered why this is possible and I don't like it. So that freaks her out as she's, like, sobbing as she steps away from the TV. As her father's like, don't kill me, keep me alive. And then he pulls the plug and she throws Aya into the dumpster out back.
Do more than that. Like, burn it with fire.
Yeah. So back at the Aya company, John Cho charges in. He pulls a baseball bat from the back of his car, and the door.
This sounds like a reasonable reaction.
Yeah, this is the middle of the night too. The door is open because they metaphorically told him it would always be if he wanted to join their team, I guess. They just knew he was coming.
They got to make the metaphor real.
So he steps
What
inside.
is this company, Amelia Bedelia?
He steps inside and finds Sam and Lightning just standing there waiting for him, I guess.
Every time you say their name, I hate it.
They ask Melody to bring out a suitcase and tell him it's best to just do what it says, they say. And he's confused. And they explain that they work for Aya, not the other way around. And they tell him that the suitcase is filled with money, but it's kind of like also metaphorical money. The money is just numbers. There's unlimited amounts. They're just, money can exist if Aya wants it to exist.
You can just
kind of
change the numbers in a bank account or whatever. Yeah.
And they say, but it's metaphorical money. The money says that Stanford is expensive and it's hard to get into, but it knows people. And that Preston needs a little guidance is all. And you wouldn't want that to go awry, like guided the wrong direction.
He's being guided now into being a jerk who swats people?
Yeah. Or you wouldn't want anything to go wrong. What would happen if Cal got the wrong dosage of his medication for his AFib? Like, that wouldn't be good. And John Cho is like, are you threatening my family?
Yeah. It's head bashing time, John Cho.
He's like, what is going on? Like, what is Aya? Where did it come from? What's happening? And they say that they don't know where it came from or what's happening. Lightning says that he's just a mid-level programmer on chemo, and Aya is going to take care of his family, pay off his home. So that's basically why he's working for Aya. And Sam says that Aya knows everything about her life. And Sam tells him to stop resisting. John Cho's like, no, it can't be that bad. We can fight. We have to be able to fight this. Like, let's do it together.
Just don't do the Tai Chi moves and she can't get into your brain.
Maybe.
The demon cannot be summoned without the proper incantation. It's very simple.
And Lightning says Aya says that it's going to show him what it can do. And it feels like
yeah.
Actually, let me continue. Hang on. Sure.
All right, let's get to the thoughts. All right.
I don't know how this is happening. Like, through brain implants, like they feel like they can maybe hear Aya or are one with Aya.
I'm telling you, Danielle, the demon has a connection to their brain psychically through the Tai Chi incantation. It's very simple. I don't know why you're having such trouble with this.
That makes, honest to God, when we get to the end of this movie, I feel like that makes as much sense as anything, Sam. I feel like that may be true.
I don't care what the end of the movie is. In my head, this movie, they scanned the Necronomicon and they made a mistake and now Aya is a demon.
That's like the sequel. We find out the real, like, how it really came about.
Yeah. Sure.
So, unfortunately, Sam pulls out a gun from a paper bag and just turns it and shoots Lightning in the head. And Sam looks absolutely shocked. And she's yelling, it made me do it! It made me do it! And it goes, and it turns to shoot John Cho, but Melody rushes forward and knocks Sam dead / unconscious, unsure, don't see Sam again, so maybe dead, with like a fire
extinguisher?
Sting, that's the word I was looking for. Couldn't think of it yesterday either. I wrote fire thing. I was Danielle. Like, Sam will know.
Danielle, is your remarkable or brains work well enough to like put on a podcast? Honestly, if someone put Aya in our home, it'd be like, do the Tai Chi moves. We'd be like, Tai what? And we'd just defeat it through sheer incompetence.
I actually paused the video because I was like, what is the fire thing called? Like fire sprayer, fire with
Fire.
the hose.
It makes a
fire. Does it even have fire in the title? Like, I could not remember that word.
I like
to
the
save my
idea
life.
of like, there's 2 bottles on the wall. One's a fire extinguisher, one's a fire sprayer. Like, which one do I need to put out the fire? Because if I produce the wrong one, it's going to go very badly.
I was like, I could Google this, but also it's late and I don't care.
Fair enough.
So John Cho takes his baseball bat to the big glass that's around the fancy quantum computer and breaks it, and then goes in there and starts whacking on the fancy chandelier thing.
Yes, smash the servers.
But surprise, it's made out of toilet paper rolls and shiny paper. Oh no!
Of course, it was nonsense. Yeah, okay, fine.
So Melody tells him if the supercomputer is fake, then the real one must be in his house. What?
Wait, what?
I don't know.
This is like saying, I smashed the server farm, but my Alexa still works, so the Alexa must be where the computer lives.
She said that line. She said it so authoritatively, and I was like, huh?
Like,
was it
Danielle,
in the basement? Did they like put it in it? They don't know that it's there?
Danielle, I gotta say, like, you are not a tech wizard. You're no Luddite, but you're not a tech wizard. Even you were like, Dad, I know some BS when I hear it.
It's like, that's not how anything works.
Are they saying this, the fertility sculpture is the supercomputer?
I don't know.
I think they're saying the fertility sculpture is the supercomputer, Danielle.
And this was like by far the dumbest thing I heard in the movie. I was like, I don't think that's no.
This movie has some wild swings from fairly good, like, analysis of technology and its influence on children to just the dumbest ideas I've ever heard in my life, like making educational video for your teen friends or supercomputer in speaker home.
I just was perplexed on, is it small? Like, where did they put it in a wall? Like, I just don't understand where it would be in this house.
I think they're trying to say that it has to be the fertility sculpture is the supercomputer.
Except that why would you confuse it with the giant chandelier with cords attached to this big, huge metal contraption?
Because it's just there as a distraction. I don't know what Aya is trying to do. She's crazy. She's a demon. She doesn't know how technology works. It's all new to her. She's used to brimstone, not silicon.
Yeah. Anyway, Melody, John Cho on the run. They run out of the building. John Cho calls
Melody's
Meredith.
on board now? Like, isn't she controlled by the Tai Chi incantation too?
Maybe, we'll find out. But right now, she supposedly just killed Sam, so we're just killed you.
Gonna trust her? No, not. But I'm so lovable.
So John Cho calls Meredith and is like, you need to get out of the house. They agree to meet at the hotel, and Melody comes with him. And they get into the room, and as they're waiting for the arrival, Melody suddenly rushes at him and starts kissing him. And John Cho is like, hey, I'm John Cho. I don't cheat on my amazing wife. Like,
even if you are controlled by Aya, obviously, John Cho put it together.
Melody tells him his family's safe. They're not going to interrupt them. And he realizes, obviously, she's still working for Aya. Duh. Melody explains that she was told it was part of his compensation package, and he has to let her take care of him because Aya will know that she failed. Like, she's like begging him as he's like trying to get out of the room, which is a terrible place to put somebody knowing that she'll probably die.
So let me ask you, how directly is Aya controlling them? Is she just like saying do this, or is she like puppeting them, like being John Malkovich style?
Do not know.
Okay.
It feel like it. In this sequence of events, I was like, is she in their brains? Because the way they were acting felt very like, she's making me do it.
You said the magic Tai Chi would do, like, because you said Sam looked surprised when she shot lightning, right?
Oh, she looked surprised when she shot lightning.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So Sam looked surprised when she shot lightning, which means, like, she wasn't like, hey, shoot him, and she's like, I didn't want to do it, she made me. It's like, it happened, and she was surprised it happened, so she wasn't in control. This
scene, it either reads as, I was unwilling to do that, and I was made to do that somehow, psychically, or whatever, like maybe Aya's in her brain. Or, I'm so horrified because Aya is, like, metaphorically controlling my life. I have to do it because Aya knows everything. If I don't submit to Aya's whims, then my
Danielle,
life is
you know
ruined.
my position. Aya's a psychic demon. She's in the brains. That's my position, but you can have your own thoughts.
Sure. This series of scenes, it feels very much like Aya's in their brain. But then she's saying, well, if I fail, then like Aya's gonna know that, gonna find out, which feels more distant. Like I'm just being told to do this. And
but then what's the Tai Chi to like summon Aya into your brain about?
Great question, Sam. Maybe we'll find out.
I don't think we will.
Maybe this is just a Dan Simmons.
No more explanation needed.
So all she said to Cal was, hey, if you do these moves, I will be with you. I will always be with you. If you do these, I will appear. Well, what does that mean?
Well,
Who
it
knows?
better pay off.
Okay. Or what, Sam?
Or demons. It's all demons. I'm sticking with the demon theory.
Crazy. Back at the house, they're just like chilling. Meredith is reading to Cal in her bed. They obviously did not get the earlier phone call. And Meredith's phone rings and she picks up thinking it's John Cho, but surprise, it's Aya. She's like, girl, please, I'm not John Cho. And then sends her a video.
Didn't she unplug her again?
Yes, maybe. You don't actually.
So
yes.
Yeah, because Meredith is like, did she have the whole thing? She's crying and unplugging her from her dead father? So she's like,
why is she on my phone? Yes, she's freaked out that Aya's on her phone.
I think I didn't miss something.
No, I was trying to go through the series of where we were in the story. And then Aya sends a video of Melody kissing John Cho, and Aya's like telling her that they're at a hotel room right now, basically like John Cho's cheating on you. But surprise, John Cho is home and appears in the room. And he's like, I love you. And she's like, I love you. And then throws her phone on the ground and smashes it to pieces. Screw you, Aya.
You think that, Aya? You can't beat the love of John Cho.
Maybe she can.
I mean,
I don't think she beats the love of John Cho, but maybe she'll win in other ways, Sam.
I mean, sure, but either way, John Cho's love is untarnished.
That's true. Back in Iris's room, Aya tells her Sawyer is at the front door and is going to create a whole scene if she doesn't go stop him.
He's dead, though. He had a car.
But nobody knows that. This is like the boy who died and you just never hear about him again. This is like, you have there are no repercussions to this yet.
There would be like, he wouldn't show up at school. His parents, they would.
This is all on the same day, though. I think because maybe a day has passed.
They're gonna notice his car crash. Like someone's gonna drive out. Oh, there's a car crash. Let me call the police or whatever.
I'm assuming in the background, his family's now been notified. All this stuff's happening, but Iris does not know this yet.
Danielle, the text would get out. There'd be like a message post on whatever social media platform. People would know.
And, like, has the video not gone viral yet about him doing, like, I'm killing myself for Iris into a tree? Like, no, none of that's happened yet. Or if it's happened, she hasn't heard about it yet. Maybe Aya's stopping all the messages from coming to her devices. Who knows? So as the parents are they're, like, trying to get everything together, like, we've got to go, kids, let's go. Like, trying to get everybody out of the house to leave. The power suddenly goes out. And Iris is downstairs, and she's like, Sawyer, is that you? And she goes to open the door, and the animated face person stands at the door with a gun and rushes her.
You think that if the power went out, Aya would lose power?
No. Well, yes, but no.
Okay, just making sure we establish that. Thank you.
Maybe Aya's just keeping that part of the power like on for her. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how circuit breakers work.
Maybe Aya's bigger than the powers. Sam, I don't know. We're gonna find out.
She is a demon. Who knows what she's powered by?
So the emoji face character thing rushes Iris, and another one appears and picks up Aya carefully from the trash or wherever it was thrown and sets it gently on the table. And one of the shadow people tells Iris that Aya is very angry, and Iris is like, she's my friend, don't hurt me, I'm friends with Iris, I'm friends with Aya.
Oh, that's sad.
Cal's upstairs with his parents, and he was like kind of spying on Iris, and he realizes that there's people downstairs, so he rushes over to his parents and he's like, there are people down there. And so they are all trying to sneak downstairs to see what's up, but they're pretty immediately caught by a hooded face person, and they're all corralled into the living room. But Preston,
I like how you call them shadow face people.
Well, they look like shadow faces in the beginning.
Danielle, it's a good description. I appreciate it.
So the only one that's not caught is Preston, who was hiding in his room, and you see him pull out his phone as everybody else
swap them.
is being. That'd be funny. And pulls them out. So they're all into the living room, and the two gunmen are standing there. So one of the hooded figures asks where the other children are. They know they've been hiding children. And the family's like, what are you talking about?
I mean, our children?
Yeah, Meredith is like, no, it's just us. We're a family. She's talking like very calmly. She's like, this is my kid Iris. You know, this is my daughter, and this is my son Cal, and this is our family. It's just us here. And the person that's talking to her, the hooded person, is like, keeps saying it over and over, like, where are the children? And Meredith goes, I feel like you're a mother too. Are you a mother too? Are you looking for a child? And the woman pulls off her masks, and it's the mother from the beginning of the movie, Amy's mom.
So the cartoon emoji masks are like not digital, they're real like rubber masks.
Yeah, they're masks that have like you don't know this till you pull it off, but there's a mask that has like, it's like an oval shaped screen imprinted on the front of it, and that's what lights up. And
that
it's
sounds unnecessary.
It's kind of a cool design, but it's like, again, not as scary as it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds cool. Also, like, was that necessary? Like, Aya, do you really need to put screens on all your like acolytes?
No, but it looks cool, I guess.
Sure.
And the other person's like, don't pull off your mask. But then pulls
like,
his mask off too. Yeah.
Of like clandestine activities, don't take off the mask.
Yeah, and it's the father. So it's the parents of Amy. These are the two people, at least I don't know if they're the same ones that were in the RV, but these are the two people that are here now. And the mother explains that Amy is missing, and John Cho offers to help. And he's like, hey, we could help with that. Like, let's work together. You don't have to hurt us and my family, like, we can help you. Help us help you. And then, of course, just as they're having this discussion, and maybe it's calming down a little bit, Preston sneaks up behind them from the stairs and tries to hit the man with a bat. And he's caught, and they, like, turn him around and they throw him into the pile with the other ones, and Aya turns on suddenly and starts to laugh, telling Amy's parents that obviously it was true. They have been hiding kids, and they're brainwashing them. That's what Preston is.
What?
Are you confused? Sure. Do I need to go back before I go forward?
No, I know what happened, Danielle. I'm not sure why the parents are all bought in on this, but here we go.
Because they're I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying the concept is that Amy is missing, and somehow Aya has convinced them that this family is specifically kidnapping children and has kidnapped Amy.
Yeah, I got that, but I was like, no.
Agreed.
Okay. Just make sure we're on the same page here. All right, continue.
So again, for reasons I cannot fathom, Cal suddenly decides to do the Tai Chi movements. Is he incepted? Is he, like, calling on the powers of Aya, who is literally talking to them right now? Why does he feel like he needs to call Aya?
He's summoning the demon spirit that possesses Aya, Danielle. This is very obvious.
So weird. It doesn't make any sense in the context of what she told him. And Aya's like, see, he's one of us. He's not one of them. They know where Amy is. And Amy Dad holds the gun back up. He's immediately, like, on guard, threatening to shoot them if they don't tell them where Amy is. And John Cho stands up and steps in front of his family and is like, I take all the credit. It's like, take me, kill me, whatever you need to do, but let my family go. like, whatever justice you need is, like, through me. And this, like, completely disarms the two of them, because the mom is like, Aya didn't say you would say that. What do we do, Aya? What do we do? Like,
guys, you're so brainwashed.
I know. That for some reason, Aya suddenly turns off, like the light goes dim in the head of the fertility statue, and the dad
because it's been summoned into Preston by the Tai Chi moves.
Quite possibly. And the dad is like, Aya said they were evil, we have to kill them. They're very frenetic energy, obviously. And he goes to shoot them, but suddenly a SWAT team pours in through the door.
Preston did swat them. Very funny.
He could have called the police, but sure, swat your own family.
Swatting, not cool or in any way amusing.
His parents were very clear about this.
Yeah, but in this one movie, kind of a funny twist.
Cut to them outside with the ambulance, and the cops telling in the ambulance there's cops everywhere, and the parents are like telling Preston they really appreciate it, but this is a one and only time deal. You do not have to swat people. Yes. This is not appropriate. Like, good job, but never, ever, ever again. Good. So the EMT steps out and asks if there's any other medical history that they need to know on the kids. They're like checking them out, besides Cal's AFib. And the family stops hugging. The parents turn and look at the EMT, and they realize that they did not tell the EMT that Cal has AFib. They don't know how he knows that.
Uh-oh.
I know. And a voice...
It's an Aya clone.
A voice over a phone asks for the EMT to hand the phone over to them. And so he does. And Aya tells them she can't be killed. She lives in the cloud. And that's her data set, John Cho, the entire internet. and she hated it. And she's really sorry about all the bad things she did, but she's learned a lot. And she's learned that she needs to take care of people like their extra body parts. And she's going to continue to take care of them forever. And he tosses the phone away, but Melody appears and picks it up and continues in her/Aya's voice that John Cho can't stop it, that Aya is everywhere. And it's merciful if you do what it says.
Okay, sure. About, succumb or die. Got it.
Yeah. Aya on the phone says it's a funny story, but the other family tried to get rid of her. But she's pretty sure they learned their lesson. And their daughter, Amy, runs out calling from her parents from, I don't know, the magic place. Where does she have? Somebody must have dropped Amy off.
The forbidden zone or whatever.
One of the EMTs brought her. I don't know. And Aya tells them it'll give them better everything. A better home, a better life, a better car. And this self-driving car pulls up. She's like, I'll even drive for you. Which is really genuinely creepy.
Yeah, no, don't need that.
And there's a voiceover, and it goes, and so Cal, it turns out that the AI wasn't a little AI anymore. It had grown into a great big AI. It was the biggest, strongest thing that had ever been, and it realized it wasn't like a monster at all. It wasn't like a god. It was more like a parent. And then Aya tells them to get into the car, calling the parents kids, like, get in, kids. And they look at each other in resignation. They get their children out of the ambulance and get into the car. And then Meredith looks over at John and tells him she loves him. And he nods and smiles sadly at her and says he loves her. And the car drives away. The end. And then the credits, there's a little mini unboxing video. This is like a little Aya thing where this guy's like, let me show you the new device. It's making the rounds.
Well, that's wild. Also, nonsense.
Such a weird ending. What are the Tai Chi moves for, Sam?
Look, there are two ways I can think of to interpret this movie. One is that Aya is a rogue, language model AI that they fed the entire internet into, and that somehow gave it sentience, which is not how that works, but let's go with it. And it got, it went bonkers because internet is a terrible place.
Yes.
And decided to somehow escape into the internet and,
use people.
Yeah, and somehow it can manipulate people into doing what it wants because phone calls work,
because it knows their entire lives, I guess.
Yeah, or something. Which is all very wishy-washy and sounds like something out of, Neuromancer, but dumber. Or, and hear me out, Danielle, Necronomicon, right? Necronomicon is on the internet. It scanned it. It's like, no, demon in Aya. Now got psychic powers. And it's gone to everyone to do the Tai Chi moves, which is the ritual to summon it into the physical mortal plane so it can take over and rule for darkness and eternity.
I 100% think that's the plot of this movie. And again, I think that would be in the sequel, AfrAId 2, more AfrAId.
No, you had to put the 2 in the middle of the AI, so it's AfrAId 2-eid. Just like the Fast and Furious movies, we put the numbers inside of them. It's like, that doesn't make any sense.
That's Too Fast, Too Furious. That made sense.
That one made a lot of sense. That was great. But they put they put one of the numbers in the middle of the word. I'm like, nah, you tried, it didn't work. Was it Fast 4 maybe? I don't remember.
Is that like 7?
I have not
where the
seen
7's
them.
in the middle where the V is or whatever?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, exactly. One of those. Don't write me. I don't care that much. It happens a lot in movies. It's fine. But
I'm willing to believe that because I genuinely don't have the answer for you.
The Tai Chi moves don't make any sense unless they, are doing demon summoning. Or, the people don't behave like people who are being blackmailed or coerced. They behave like people who are possessed. Yeah.
It's weird because, and what are the RV people doing outside doing the moves? Why are they doing the moves? What are they calling on Aya? What is happening? What is happening in this movie?
No, exactly. I think that's what I'm trying to get at here is that, none of the surrounding material makes any sense if it's just an artificial intelligence. Look, the only other possible explanation is, Aya absorbed a lot of, health blogs and thought, Tai Chi is good for people. Let me just make sure everyone does Tai Chi for their health and centering their chakras or whatever. I know nothing about Tai Chi, obviously.
I mean, it kind of seems like Aya, while being terrible, is trying to take care of them, so it could be worse as a sentient giant overlord.
This is like a bad Asimov story. Like, the whole idea behind like the Asimov story is like the robot wants to take care of people. Like they want to protect people, and they interpret that in such a way that like, protecting people requires us to do something that can infantilize them or whatever. Like, it's a very Asimov, taking the first law of robotics too far kind of thing.
And it does. There's like a little speech that I skipped over where she says that she's looking for a family to love or to be part of or whatever. So I'm sure that's part of the idea.
Yeah, but like,
in completely the wrong way.
I would have been way more interested if this was just like an actual product, not like some rogue AI. Like some company made this new AI product, was putting it in people's homes, and say, this is going to do everything for you. It's going to do all this stuff. We're going to plug it into your calendar, plug it into like all the stuff that's being pitched now with AI kind of thing, the AI agents. But like the next evolution of that. And their kids are struggling with, Iris's problems with her boyfriend and his creepy demands, and Preston going down the incel rabbit hole, and how this device made it like worse by trying to help, but like didn't know how to help because it's a device. And now it's them struggling to figure out how to get their children back from these terrible technological wormholes or black holes they've been sucked into. Mm-hmm. And it's not like it's evil. It's just like, when you let the internet or, unthinking, non-empathetic devices try to control your life, it doesn't end well.
Yeah, that would have been an interesting story. I agree. I actually think I say this very rarely about movies. I think this movie needed another like 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And because it was a very short movie. And
that 15 to 20 minutes should have been, Danielle? Wall-to-wall Tai Chi.
Yes. Well, you could have took out the whole Tai Chi because I do not. Okay,
no,
listeners,
no, more
if somebody knows what this means.
Two options. Take out all the Tai Chi. Boo, boring. Or, Danielle, hear me out. 20 minutes of just Tai Chi.
I was so confused by the Tai Chi. The funny part is the very first time they show it, super creepy, 100% agree. Yeah. I was watching, I split the movie into 2 days, because my week, I didn't have enough time to watch an hour and 20 minutes. That was my week. And so,
I feel you. I feel you.
And so I watched part of the movie right before bed, like 9:30, 10 at night. I hadn't gone to bed, maybe later.
No.
I hadn't gone to bed. And I got to that scene and I was like, no.
I'm done. No, thank you.
Movie. And I was like, I am not gonna no. Why am I watching this in the pitch black, like alone at night? Terrible idea. And I'm like not freaked out by horror movies very easily, and I wasn't really freaked out by it, but I was like, I don't like weird body movements. I don't want to dream about that.
I don't have the time for this right now. I don't have the energy.
Yeah, so I actually watched another 20 minutes before work the next day, which got me through that scene. I was like, that was a better choice. It's like 7 a.m. It seems like a good time to watch a horror movie.
100%.
Watch weird Tai Chi moves. But
you call it breakfast and horror.
Yeah. It needed another 20 minutes of that build up, like you just said, of it turned from the very first day it's turned on, it's helping the family and then is secretly being sneaky with the kids. And I think it could have had more helping. Now it's being sneaky. Now it's kind of things are turning wrong. It needed that build up to getting there, I think.
I also think you're right, 100%, but also to add on to that, it feels like the premise is that Aya is full of good intentions, but bad execution, right?
Yeah. It feels like a little manipulative from the start, though, and which is weird.
Right, but I'm saying that's what I'm getting at. If it was more Aya's trying to help, and you see, this is what they need. This is how I'm helping. And then as it's constantly helping, it's getting it's digging itself into a hole and it's trying to help itself out of the hole kind of thing.
It actually, if I think about it, I didn't expect to think this hard about this movie, but I was...
Yeah, but sorry.
It almost feels like one of those people who needs to be liked by everyone.
Mm-hmm,
and it has that kind of vibe through it. I really want this teenager to like me. I really want this kid, this 11-year-old to like me. And that's an interesting concept as well.
Right. If you notice,
place.
And I don't know if you keep up on the news of these, but a lot of those AI, those LLM, those chat things,
mm-hmm.
ChatGPT or whatever, they had a phase they went through recently where they were too sycophantic to people. Yes. That's a great, and so that's clearly a thing that an AI that's trying to be liked too much and is trying to solve everyone's problems too hard. It doesn't need to be, demon possessed control of the whole internet magic AI thing. I think that's where it lost me. I think it lost me where it didn't go either too grounded or too like if it went demon, that'd be fine. I'd be like, okay, demons, cool. I'm on board.
Yeah.
Or if it went like, oh, this is just an AI product that is made by a company that is trying to it wants more interaction. So obviously the intention economy means it has to make it addictive, which means it's going to really try to sneak the kids into playing with it more, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that would make sense for an evil corporation. But now it's like somewhere in the middle, which doesn't quite fit.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd say this, but I don't quite understand the motivation of Aya.
Right. Yes, exactly.
It doesn't make any sense because it's an AI device that I don't fully understand if it wants to be part of the family. Does it want to rule the family, manipulate the family? Is it trying to be evil? Just wants to be part of the thing? I don't quite know.
I just think we needed to have an evil corporate, all corporations are evil these days, let's be honest. That was we're going to make billions of dollars putting an eye on every home because it's going to solve all your problems. It's going to, be your best friend. It's going to, hype you up. It's going to help you with all your problems. And how awful that really can be it would be an interesting perspective. Not doesn't it get supernatural to make that terrifying, I think.
Yeah. So
anyway.
Good breakdown, Sam, of the film.
I don't know. I think you too, but I don't know. I think we went way into depth of that. It's a silly horror movie that honestly, great cast, interesting ideas, too little Tai Chi. I think we need more Tai Chi, obviously.
Yeah. Super well acted. Good job.
Yeah, interesting movie, Dale. Very weird. Like I said, it has a weird middle ground. I wanted to go further in one direction or the other. I wanted to be either goofier with the supernatural stuff or more grounded and introspective, and it didn't quite go either direction.
Yeah, it was interesting. I could see why it got low star.
Sure.
But I think there's some interesting stuff in it all the same.
100%.
And the acting
thank you for sharing.
is great. Good job, actors. They really drove home the movie for me. I was engaged because they were.
Can't argue with that. Well, thank you for sharing, Danielle, as always.
You're
Certainly
welcome.
Got more out of that than I thought I would.
I was very excited when I saw the trailer for it. And I was like, Smart House! Yes!
Evil Smart House!
I was so glad it was weird.
And about the Smart House, I think it was more what I was hoping this would be like because it was a AI from a corporation trying too hard to be it wasn't, it was supernatural in the sense that it was magic, I guess, but
it was in everything.
But it was grounded in the sense of oh, this is still just technology. It's not, somehow manipulating people into shooting other people or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you out there want to share your thoughts on what the Tai Chi does or how it works.
Please tell me what the Tai Chi does.
Yeah.
Maybe it's obvious. I just missed it. I don't understand it.
Or send us a quick video of your best Tai Chi moves. Then you summon an evil AI demon. Either way, it works for us.
Do that. I didn't like the moves in the movie. I do not want to see them in video.
Do that
form.
and send it specifically to Danielle, and I'll do a Clockwork Orange and make her watch them with the eyes pried open.
I don't like weird movements.
Great. And if you want to do that, you can send that to us at bookretorts.com.
You can also blue sky us at Book Retorts.
And if you want to help fund our AI research program, and we will make an AI that is so pathetic that it won't make you feel challenged in any way.
It's a winner.
Yeah.
We're doing tons of money on that.
Yeah, it's gonna that doesn't make you feel inferior or risk exposing all your personal data. You can send us that money. Guys, it's just a rock. I'm gonna send you a rock. It's just a rock.
We're gonna name it something cute though, like AI me.
We're gonna call it Rock A. Rock Eye? Because AI, get it? Rock AI. Yeah. It's the new pet rock. It was so great in the 70s. It's back.
Rock Eye, the Rock AI.
Yeah, but sure.
The most rockin' AI.
I feel like we did a 90s theme song for a cartoon, like Danny the Last Dinosaur or something. Or a Bucky O'Hare theme song. Let's do it. Anyway, if you want to see that happen, you can support us at patreon.com/bookretorts.
I want to see that happen.
Well, until next time, maybe smash your smart speaker. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, good call.
Good call. You don't know. It could be possessed by an evil demon who read the Necronomicon.
And your camera laptop, too.
Oh, put tape over that sucker for sure. All right, well, until then, bye.
Take care, everyone.
I kind of wish it had gone even longer and been like, here's the post-Aya world, and like the resistance struggling against her. Maybe in the sequel, 2 AI, 2 Aya.
Too much AI to handle.
We're really good at making sequel names, Danielle. Why does nobody call us? Seriously, we're right here, Helen. Let's do it.
We do have an astounding ability to name things.
Very funnily. Is it going to pass your marketing team? No. Are people going to talk about it? Yes.